Today I am back again with another Christmas song, and today I wanted to play one of my favorite Christmas songs of all time, which is Carol of the Bells. Now, when you think of Carol of the Bells, you of course think of a Christmas song, because today that's exactly what it is. It is a Christmas song. But did you know that originally Carol of the Bells was not a Christmas song at all? And in fact, the lyrics to the song are about the Ukrainian New Year, which traditionally would take place in April. Now, as I said, the original lyrics of the song were based around the Ukrainian New Year, and so therefore the lyrics of the song are not about bells on Christmas time. They are instead about, they tell the tale of a swallow who flies into a Ukrainian farmhouse and sings a song of how glorious and bountiful the next year is going to be, and he sings about how the harvest is going to be plentiful and the livestock is going to be healthy and all kinds of stuff like that. So the original lyrics of the song were about that, and the original title of the song was actually called Bountiful, but it was in Ukrainian, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the Ukrainian word for bountiful because I don't know how that would even work. So the history of the original Ukrainian song, Bountiful, was that a Ukrainian songwriter was tasked with the, he was commissioned with the task of writing a whole bunch of songs where the lyrics were based around traditional Ukrainian folk chants, and he was commissioned by the Ukrainian Republic Choir to do so. And Bountiful, or Carol of the Bells, was one of those songs, and in the 1930s, an American songwriter heard the song and was listening to it and just imagined in his head the sound of bells, and he thought that the orchestration reminded him of bells, and so he came up with Christmassy bell lyrics, and then Carol of the Bells became the Christmas song that we all know and love today. It was introduced to the American public in the 1930s, and the rest is history. So that is the history of Carol of the Bells. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And now I want to talk a little bit about the instrument I'm going to be playing it on, which is very famous for a bell-like sound. This is the Rhodes. It is a keyboard instrument. This particular one was from 1975, and what's particularly interesting is, as you can see here, the logo here simply says Rhodes. Now, before 1975, the logo actually said Fender Rhodes because Fender was responsible for making this instrument. But around 1975, the Fender name was removed from the Rhodes logo as a marketing tactic to try to introduce the Rhodes piano to more people than simply Fender guitar dealers, because at that time those are the only people who were allowed to carry the Fender Rhodes. So by removing the Rhodes logo the Fender logo from the Rhodes logo, the Rhodes was able to be marketed to a wider audience, and it became very, very popular. If you're curious what the Fender Rhodes looks like, you can actually see it right over here. That is what the Fender Rhodes logo looks like. As you can see, it says Fender Rhodes, whereas the one that, and this is from 1972, the Rhodes that I have over here from 1975 simply has the Rhodes logo, as you can see there. This instrument is 40 years old, thereabout, and when I bought it, it needed some work. Neither the owner that I bought it off of or the previous owner before him were serious keyboard players or pianists, and so it really didn't get played all that much, and so as a result, things kind of fell out of regulation. It played, but kind of barely. A lot of the keys weren't working at the moment. They needed some work. The action was very, very stiff, and just 2 nights ago, I put some Teflon powder on the bushings, and now it plays a lot smoother, and it sounds a lot better. I've tweaked the volume on some of the notes by moving the pickup closer to the tine, and I've also replaced a few of the bridle straps because that's why the notes weren't playing. And so I've done some work on this instrument, and I'm going to be doing more work on this instrument in the future to further refine it, which is sort of like what Eric Clapton did with his pawn-shop guitar Blackie. He bought it and he liked it, but he kept working on it, making it better and better and better until it became the famous guitar that we all know today. I'm going to do something sort of similar with this Rhodes. It's not going to be to the level of that guitar, but it is going to be a lot better than it is today in the future, because I'm going to keep working on it and make the action play really nice and smooth and sound very, very nice. A couple more things I wanted to mention about my Rhodes as well as Rhodes in general. First of all, this black thing here that you probably noticed, and also I have another keyboard stacked on top of it, this is a bracket that allows you to stack other keyboards onto it, and it's a retrofit made by a guy down in LA. He manufactures these brackets that allow you to put another keyboard on top of a Rhodes, which is very convenient, and it also puts it at the very nice height to play. Another thing I wanted to mention is this beautiful 73 logo here. Fender had a wide variety of various Rhodes versions. They had the 73, they had an 88, they also had a stage model, which this is, and they also had a suitcase model, which sat on top of an amplifier. The stage model did not come with an amplifier. As you can see, there's nothing underneath. It has these metal legs here on the side. But the stage model had a amplifier underneath of it. There's also a piano bass, which you got a brief look at earlier, which had the Fender Rhodes logo on it. That was just like a 30-something note version of the bass end of the Fender. And they also made a 56 note or so, very small version that was very portable for using. Now, after 1975, both aesthetic and physical changes came to the Rhodes, and the instruments became less desirable. But as I said earlier, during 1975, the Rhodes instrument was very similar, if not identical, to the Fender Rhodes that was the previous version before it. So now let's hear what Carol of the Bells sounds like on the Rhodes. I hope you guys enjoy it. So hopefully you enjoyed that performance of Carol of the Bells on the Fender Rhodes. I think personally that works really, really well. It's almost like the Fender Rhodes was made for that song. It just works extremely, extremely well. So hopefully you guys agree. Let me know what you thought of that piece down in the comment section down below. And also maybe if you have any suggestions of other Christmas songs I can perform, not only on the Rhodes, but also on other cool instruments like perhaps the Korg SV1 or the Hammond B3 that's behind me, or any other cool instruments such as my Contra Grand Steinway D. Let me know what songs you think might sound good on any of these instruments in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. And once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.